going on, Jerome's? So your Minnesota Fighting Vikings getting back in the playoff race at 4-4, winning 3 straight, 4 out of the last 5. It's fantastic, but the Kirk Cousins injury puts a damper on things. But it's beautiful to see that the greasy, grimy Green Bay Packers, as well as the crooked Chicago Bears, are just completely imploding and burning everything to the ground and just taking the temperature of the Bears fan base. They're down bad. It's only 2 years into the Ryan Poles, who we're still waiting for him to take the North and never give it back. 2 years into that experiment, last year they were the worst team in the league. And even though they traded the number 1 overall pick, it looks like they potentially squandered some of those draft picks. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But the Bears are down even worse with the trade deadline deal for Washington Commanders' 5th-year edge rusher Montez Sweat. Now, I'm not. None of this is an aspersion on Montez Sweat. I think he's a great player, the pride of Mississippi State, former first-round pick. I think that he is a stud. Everything stupid about this trade is from the Bears' perspective, which we'll get to. Schefter, go. Trade. Commies and the Bears have agreed to a trade that's expected to send Montez Sweat to the Bears for a 2024 second-round pick per Souse's. Sweat is in the last year of his contract, blah, 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 blah. And the Commanders are opting for a draft pick now. Chicago beefs up its line. Now, this would have made sense if they would have announced the extension for Montez Sweat right now. That would have made sense, right? But basically, the Bears they're gambling because they're going to get Sweat for the rest of the season, so 9 games, half a year rental, and they're hoping that he signs a long-term deal there in Chicago. And the Bears do have a ton of cap space, and Sweat is probably their best edge rusher since Khalil Mack, and also if absent a long-term deal, they can franchise tag him. So that's what they're betting on. But it's just a really stupid look, man. And also, it's not like the Bears are getting any better. Like, they're 2-6. They're probably just going to continue matriculating downward. And that second-round pick is going to be high. I mean, that second-round pick might be number 34 overall, which would be bad. And also, it's reminiscent of the Bears trading number 32 to the Steelers and then not winning a single freaking game with Chase Claypool and then trading him to the Dolphins for nothing. And then now the Dolphins are using him as like a backup tight end, which is hilarious, man. But again, it's nothing against Montez Sweat. He's one of the better young edge rushers in the game. He deserves to get paid. He's in a contract year and all that stuff. So, again, this is nothing about him. But it's all about the Bears. Again, if they were to announce that, hey, we extended Montez Sweat to a 4-year deal, $17 million per, that would have made sense. And the entire sports world would have calmed down and all that stuff. But I don't know. So the brain trust Poles and Neberflus, the IKEA toilet. It's just like, hey, we're trying to build this defense. Hey, we signed TJ Edwards. Hey, we signed Edmonds and all that stuff. And we invested a lot of draft capital along the defense, including the defensive line. But, hey, we're bringing in Montez Sweat. But let's let our best defensive player in Jalen Johnson go. A premium player at a premium position who's just scratching the surface of his prime. Yeah, let's let him go. Let's let him explore trade and not pay him. It's just so stupid, man. But it's okay because, again, it's beautiful watching the Bears implode. I mean, they've already wasted Justin Fields. They're probably going to let him go for nothing or a minuscule trade in the offseason. Tyson Bagent is playing just well enough that maybe they rethink taking a quarterback up at the top. Woo, woo. I love it, man. And again, Bears down bad. Bears down very, very bad. And also, Vikings fans, remember, it's like, hey, Kwesi isn't without his faults, but remember that Ryan Poles was a finalist for the Vikings GM job. Now, I believe that Ryan Poles was going to be decent, given his O-line background and him rising through the ranks of the Chiefs' scouting department, but dodged one there. Certainly did dodge one. But again, this trade and its stupidity has nothing to do with Montez Sweat. It has everything to do with the Bears basically sending a very high second-round pick, basically a late first-round pick for a guy that they don't have under contract long-term. All the while, they're looking to give away Jalen Johnson and not pay him. It's fantastic, man. But your thoughts are thoughts. Hey, still waiting, bro. The Bears make a stupid trade. It's great. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.